Go for it.
Hi, I'm Bria Bell. I'm the Hornets Group Account Manager here. It's a pleasure to speak with you. I was actually hoping you can help me out a little bit, looking to speak to the person who would typically plan any type of school outings there.
What do you mean by school outings?
Yeah, so I typically work with someone in the PTA as far as planning different type of school spirit nights. Do you know who that would happen to be?
Yeah, that's our PTA president, Jordan, and he's actually available now. I can transfer you over.
Perfect, that'd be great, thank you.
Hello, this is Jordan.
Hi Jordan, Bria Bell with the Charlotte Hornets. I'm the Group Account Manager here. Pleasure to speak with you. I was actually transferred over by Gladys. She mentioned you might be the main point of contact to plan any type of group outings there with the school. Is that correct?
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome, awesome. Well, wanted to take a few minutes to learn a little bit more about the different type of group outings that you do plan. So when was the last time you made it out to a Hornets game?
Ooh, last time, it's been a little while, probably since you guys were the Bobcats.
Oh really? Gotcha. What's kept you from coming on out?
You know, I just been busy. I felt like once I became the PTA president here, schedule got a little hectic, a little less free time, so I just haven't had a chance to get out in the last couple of years.
Gotcha, gotcha. Well, have you at least been following the team at all? We actually made it to the playoffs this past season.
Oh yeah, my son's a big Kemba Walker fan, so he makes sure I'm up to date on all my Hornets news. So yeah, it seems like you guys are doing great things.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, Kemba had an excellent season, so definitely great to have him back for next year. But Jordan, just curious, what are some of the different events that you have planned at the school?
Yeah, so we try to do a couple big events each year. One in the winter, and then again towards the end of the school year in the spring. Most cases we've done like bowling. We've rented out a bowling alley and invited the whole school and their families down for that. We do a big field day and barbecue towards the end of the season in the spring.
Awesome. Sounds like a great time. You definitely keep the kids involved there. Now, for that bowling outing, how many kids were able to make it out?
There's about, in most cases, about 200 to 300 people that come out for that.
Okay, gotcha. And how many kids do you have in the entire school?
700 total.
Wow, okay. Nice size there. Now, how would you say that turnout was for you guys?
You know, it's good. I feel like I would like for it to be a little bit better this year, just to continue to improve, of course. And we're kind of a low-income school, so it's tough for the parents to be able to afford stuff like this, as we do ask them to chip in a little bit. So we'll see.
Okay, completely understand. Well, how do you think we can get to, getting closer to the school population as far as getting 600 or 700 kids to come out?
I feel like a lot of the families are just, if it's free, it's for me, and then if there's a payment kind of involved, then it's a little bit tougher to get everybody on board. So it'll be tough if we're looking at doing 100%, but hey, it's always a nice dream.
Gotcha, completely understand there. Well, also, going off of the bowling outing and the field day, what are some of the likes that you like from those outings?
Some of the things that we like?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, just anytime the kids can kind of socialize together outside of the school. I know our teachers don't really like them talking during class, of course, so it's up to me to just put together kind of fun events for them to experience, to be able to get that energy out, and I think the parents like that as well, just some fun socialization.
Yeah, great. Here at the Hornets, definitely have that here with getting a large group out here at our arena. But what are some of the things you think you can improve on your outings?
I feel like people are just, it's more of go with the flow now. Everybody expects us to either do a bowling or skating event and then the cookout at the end of the year. So it's more of just, here it is, this is what we're doing, and everybody expects it. It'd be nice to maybe do something new every now and then. Okay.
Completely understand. Now, just moving forward for next year or this upcoming season, when do you typically like to plan your outings? I know you said you had the bowling event, one in the winter and one in the spring, but when do you typically start to plan?
We always like to give ourselves 2 or 3 months out in advance. Like the one in the winter, we usually do just before they go on break for winter break, so early December. So start planning around August, September for that.
Okay, awesome. We're actually getting our schedule, our NBA schedule here in a few weeks, so definitely a perfect time for us to be speaking and getting this on your radar. Now, when you did have that bowling event and the field day, what day of the week did you guys have that?
We actually did it on a Friday. We took a Friday out from school, so
we always make sure that's part of the schedule, that we allow ourselves that Friday. So it's usually one Friday each year that we're able to do that. So pretty strict on our schedule for that.
Okay, gotcha. Now, do you guys prefer during the weekday versus a weekend?
No real preference. It'd be nice if the kids were able to stay out late and didn't have to worry about getting up early, but I'm sure we could do a weekday. It really depends.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, with our NBA schedule, we typically have anywhere between 2 to 3 games here on the weekend. Even a Friday evening would work great for the kids. Don't have to worry about staying out too late and don't have to make it out to school. But also for that for the bowling event, who typically pays for something like that?
Yeah, so we budget here with the PTA through fundraising throughout the season and throughout the year and years past. We have a small budget. It's usually about $200 or $300, and then we ask the parents to cover the difference. There are some cases where we can fundraise for that difference, but in most cases, parents are coming out of pocket for that.
Okay, gotcha. Now, do you guys do anything as far as fundraising during the school to help the parents out a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've done like car washes and spaghetti dinners, just small things. We don't expect much return, but it is nice to have the kids be able to kind of put forth a little effort for their fun.
Okay, awesome. And just as an idea for myself, how much would you guys be looking to fundraise?
Yeah, I mean, anything helps, again, we are kind of a low-income community here, so anything that can kind of take off from the bottom line from the parents' and the perspective would help. But, I mean, in most cases, we're not looking at more than $100, $200 at the end of the day.
Okay, that's great. I actually have worked with Phoenix Elementary the past few years as far as, getting their entire school to come out, and we actually incorporated a fundraiser component as well, and they were able to make a little over $300 with our $5 give back. So definitely a great opportunity for your school as well. Now, Jordan, for your particular events with planning them, how do you usually market them to the parents?
We have an online software that we use that gives everybody information. We always put our event calendar up there, and then we send stuff home with the kids. But that seems pretty futile nowadays with the digital age. So most of our stuff is done online or e-blast from school.
Completely understand. Yeah, nowadays everything's electronic. What I can actually do for you is create a flyer, advertise it as a school spirit night, include discounted prices on there for you, and a few opportunities for the students just for simply coming out to the event, make it a little bit easier on yourself. So could certainly be able to help you out along those lines. And also, Jordan, just for moving forward and helping you plan these different type of events, is there anyone else that helps you out during the process who would be pretty much the final decision maker?
I'm allowed to kind of just pick and choose, and I usually make the decision there. Obviously, there is principal approval that is required, but I've never had any issues. Obviously, we've done kind of the same events every year, but it shouldn't be an issue getting something that I bring to the table approved.
Okay. Perfect. Well, certainly a great time for us to be speaking. Based on what you said today, I would recommend hosting a school spirit night here at the Hornets Arena. Again, we'll be getting our schedule in a few weeks, but I would recommend a Friday evening game, and that way you guys, again, don't have to worry about the students staying out too late. Also, like to do it a little different, so by coming out to the arena, I'd be able to offer you guys what we have, fan experiences. One that we have in particular for simply just bringing out a large group such as 700 is what we call our Court of Dreams. It's actually court time. You can utilize it however you want. My group, Phoenix Elementary, they actually did a basketball tournament with their grades and also was able to, incorporate all the students by recognizing the students that had the best grades in the class. So you can use that utilize that court time right before the game, and then of course come back for the Hornets game. And definitely an exciting experience for the parents. They'll be able to take pictures there, and it's almost a once-in-a-lifetime experience there for you. So all I would need from you today is a $200 initial payment. What that would serve as a placeholder during the off season. We'll apply that once we get our schedule. We'll select that Friday game for you, and I'll also be able to offer those discounted tickets to keep it between your budget. Again, we'll also incorporate our $5 fundraiser to help out with the parents a little bit. You can put that in a fund for future outings that you can plan for in the future as well. So the $200, that's all I would need from you, serves as a placeholder. And how did you want to go about paying for that?
200. I thought these were like free tickets, and then we're able to sell them for $5 as a fundraiser. What's the $200?
Great question, great question. So what I'll be able to do is offer you actually a discounted ticket for bringing out a large group. So you guys don't have to pay the face value on that. And then I'll actually be able to block off at least 500 seats for you guys, so you can keep it together, keep it a social and unique environment like you were looking for. And then you'll be able to offer the discounted tickets to the parents. Can keep it between your budget. We do offer tickets as low as $14, and then can incorporate the $5 fundraiser, so you can use that for a different outing for in the future. So there is a discounted ticket involved for the Hornets game. You guys do not have to pay for the Court of Dreams time. That's just simply a thank you for bringing out a large group. So the $200 will serve as pretty much your placeholder in line. We do have over 250 groups on board for next season. So a Friday night Court of Dreams time is going to be pretty popular. So we want to go ahead and get you locked in today. So how does that sound?
Sounds interesting. So $14, and we get $5 back per ticket that we sell for that?
Correct, yes, you'll get that right back.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds great. Again, I mean, with our past events, parents are usually putting only about $5 or $10 at the most up. So once we kind of increase that, I think the experiences will go a long way in helping get that approved. But it is something that may take a little while just to get the stamp of approval from the school.
Okay, completely understand. Now, I know you mentioned that your principal would help you oversee these different type of events. When is the best time where you would meet with him and I can join as well, so I can discuss this in more detail?
It'll be probably in a couple of weeks. We usually meet at the end of each month, the last Thursday of each month. So whatever that falls on here in July.
Okay, perfect. Well, what I typically do with my school groups, just to help lock in that priority, is that I'll actually have them place the $200 on a personal card. That way, once they do go ahead and talk to their principal or their committee members, they're already locked on board for the priority. If you guys are looking for a unique experience where you have a social and fun environment, Hornets game is definitely going to be different for you guys and fun and exciting for the kids. So I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem with getting this approved from the principal. That way we can get you guys locked in today. Don't have to worry about missing out on that Court of Dreams time. And then we can help create a memorable experience for the students. So how about we get you locked in today, and then I still come and meet with you and the principal to discuss this in more detail.
I don't really feel comfortable putting my personal money up for something like that, but it does sound cool, and I definitely don't want to miss out on something. But again, it may be a little too expensive for our families, but maybe I can speed up our meeting and do something at the end of this week with our principal, and just to run it by him and just see if he thinks it's a possibility.
Completely understand. Now, what day during the week are you meeting with him?
I can look at doing something this Thursday.
Okay, this Thursday. And when's a good time for you and the principal?
I'll just have to check his schedule.
Okay, perfect. What I'll do is, how about 3 p.m. on Thursday? I actually have that available. If that doesn't work out for you and the principal, just give me a call. That way we can schedule maybe a later time frame or a later date, and we can discuss this in more detail and get you locked in. Again, we do have about over 250 groups jumped on board for next season, already planning these same particular group outings. So don't want to have you guys miss out on the opportunity. So I'll put Thursday on my calendar at 3, and I'll include that on your calendar as well, and hopefully we can plan and get you guys locked in on our priority program.
Yeah, that sounds great. So you're just going to give me a call Thursday at 3 to follow up?
Yeah, I'll give you a call Thursday at 3, and then hopefully the principal will be available. If not, just let me know, and that way we can schedule a time frame that would work best for him as well.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks again, Jordan.
Thank you.